In 1587, 115 English settlers arrived on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina, with hopes of establishing the first permanent English colony in the New World. Led by John White, a seasoned explorer, the group included men, women, and children, families seeking a new life in an unfamiliar land. They settled on the island, naming it Roanoke, but from the start, they faced extreme hardships. The colony struggled with a lack of resources. The surrounding wilderness was harsh, and relations with local native tribes were strained. Within months, food shortages became dire, and the settlers realized they could not survive without outside help. John White made the difficult decision to return to England to gather supplies and reinforcements, leaving behind his granddaughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America, and the rest of the settlers. He promised to return swiftly, but fate had other plans. Back in England, White found his homeland embroiled in conflict. England was at war with Spain, and the Spanish Armada had launched an invasion. All available ships were requisitioned for the war effort, delaying White's return to Roanoke. He spent the next 3 years desperately trying to secure passage back to the colony, only to face roadblocks at every turn. Finally, in 1590, White secured a ship and returned to Roanoke. But when he arrived, the colony had completely vanished. The settlement was eerily quiet, no sign of life, no signs of a struggle, just empty buildings and overgrown gardens. The settlers were gone, as if they had disappeared into thin air. White searched for clues, and the only one he found was the word CROATOAN carved into a wooden post, along with the letters CRO etched into a nearby tree. He recognized the name CROATOAN. It referred to a nearby island and the friendly native tribe that lived there. White believed the colonists had moved to CROATOAN Island, but a massive storm prevented him from searching further, and his ship was forced to leave the area. He would never return to search for his family. The fate of the settlers remains a mystery. Theories abound. Some believe the colonists integrated with local native tribes, possibly the CROATOAN people, as there were later reports of Native Americans with European features. Others speculate that the colony faced internal struggles, starvation, or disease, forcing them to abandon the settlement and meet their end in the wilderness. Another theory suggests they were wiped out by hostile tribes or Spanish forces that were patrolling the area at the time. But without concrete evidence, their fate remains unknown. Despite many archaeological digs and research efforts over the centuries, no conclusive evidence of the settlers' whereabouts has ever been found. Some historians speculate that, over time, their existence blended into native cultures, while others believe their story ended in tragedy. To this day, the disappearance of the Roanoke colony is one of history's most enduring and perplexing mysteries. What really happened to those 115 men, women, and children? Did they find refuge on CROATOAN Island? Did they perish in the wilderness? Or were they absorbed into the cultures around them, their identity lost to time? We may never know the full truth, but the mystery of Roanoke continues to captivate imaginations, reminding us of how fragile survival was in the early days of colonization and how much of history remains hidden in the shadows.